And I'm back with more trials and tribulations. Phoenix Wright fell off a bridge, and Elise Dunham has been murdered. So, yeah, things are not looking great. Who could it be at this time of night? Yes, Edgeworth speaking. Edgy, get up! It's an emergency! Larry, do you know what time it is? It's not Larry, it's Larice! Larice Dunham! This is nothing more than a terrible nightmare. I'll just roll over. Wait, don't hang up! It's an emergency! It's Nick! He took a really nasty spill! Well, it wouldn't be the first time, so... I'm not joking, man! His life is in danger! What? What happened? Tell me! Talk about a guy who had bad luck. He may already be dead! Anyway, you gotta come back! You're the only one who can help! My Iris, my beautiful Iris, she needs help! Alright. I don't know what's going on, but I'll be there as soon as I can. I'm at the detention center, please! Hey! It's been 1 year since I left this country. I thought I wouldn't have to see him again for a while. Sounds like it won't be a pretty reunion. As if I expected anything to change. You're late, man! What took you so long? I don't want to hear it. I chartered a private jet so I could come as quickly as I could. Well, you should have chartered a faster one. Anyway, just listen. Something happened to Miss Elise and Nikki's, Maya, and say something! Before I came here, I stopped by the hospital and paid Wright a visit. I believe I have a better understanding of the situation than you at this point. The murder victim was the picture book author, Miss Elise Dunham. She was found by Wright and the head nun. The suspect is the temple's younger nun. Then later, while Wright was crossing the bridge, it broke and he fell into the river. The hospital says he'll need at least 2 days of bed rest. Yeah, that's right. You got it. They arrested her, my sweet little Iris. And here I was convinced he was the one the police arrested. However, I still don't understand that these 2 items are for. What are you talking about? There are things Wright gave to me as I left his room. This is the first. He said some nonsense about being able to see people's hearts with this. And the other, he couldn't possibly be asking me what I think he is, would he? I'm begging you! Iris's trial starts tomorrow! With Nick out of the picture, you're all I got left, dude! You're the only one who can represent her! What did you just say? You know, represent, defend. What are you expecting? Why do you think I called you anyway? I'm a prosecutor, Larry. A prosecutor. Do you understand what I'm saying? A prosecutor's a lawyer. Don't talk to me like a kid. I graduated from junior high, you know. Don't worry about it. I promise I won't tell. But, I mean, I heard a paper badge had no problem fooling an entire court before. Ha ha! How could this country's judicial system have fallen into such decay? Well, please, Edgy, at least listen to her. Listen to her side of the story. So he wasn't joking. Thank you for coming. My name is Iris. Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth. I don't know if I can be of any help, but I'll at least hear what you have to say about the murder. Mr. Wright, how is he? Mr. Luis said he might even die. Fortunately, he will be fine. There, you moron. How could you say something like that? He was badly bruised when he hit the water, but otherwise he's unharmed.
Oh, thank goodness.
But he's caught some kind of nasty cold. A cold? He's running a high fever and is drifting in and out of consciousness. Must be imagining things. This woman. I feel like I've met her before. Pardon me, Iris, I would like to ask you some things, if you don't mind. I have this distinct feeling you and I have met before.
It must be your imagination, Mr. Edgeworth. After all, I hardly ever leave Hazakura Temple.
Hazakura Temple? What's that?
It's a place for those who wish to boost their spiritual powers come to train. You need to undergo very difficult training to release your inner spiritual power.
Spiritual power? Did you go to that temple for that reason as well?
No. I don't have any spiritual powers. I don't need them.
In that case, what are you doing at the temple?
I've committed some sins. Sins I've needed to pay for. That's why I'm there, and I continue to train to purify my soul.
I want to ask you about last night. The night of the crime.
All right. I helped clean up after dinner, and I went back to my room at 8. Later, I left my room to ring the bell at 10.
A bell?
We ring it at the same time each night.
I see. And then?
And I was told to go to the training hall, but I went back to my room and stayed there.
Why didn't you go to the training hall like you were asked to?
I was frightened.
Frightened?
So I just stayed in my room and meditated until the murder happened.
There's more to her story. I just know there is. Maybe I should dig deeper. You were asked to go to the training hall on the night of the murder.
Yes.
However, you didn't go because you say you were frightened. What exactly were you so frightened of?
What in the world? Is there something wrong?
It's nothing. Looks like she's not aware of it herself. These must be what Wright we're talking about. These psych-locks. Psycho-locks. I think I'm going to have to present this Magatama item to do something.
What?
You have any ideas as to the reality of what occurred last night?
I think it was the result of the spiritual power that was unleashed.
Spiritual power?
Yes, spiritual training has been a cause behind many great tragedies. This incident was just another example.
Iris, I'm sorry, but I can't accept that. I'm a man of science. I don't believe in spiritual powers.
I understand. Most people don't. And I'm certain that the thing that killed the victim was a human.
Oh, I'm certain that the thing that killed the victim was human, so answer me this simple question. Were you the one that killed Elise Dillon?
No. I'm not the one who took her life.
Those psycholock things aren't appearing. I suppose that means I can believe she's not lying.
What's wrong?
I can't believe what I'm thinking. And here I was just finished saying I don't believe in spiritual powers. It appears that that's all you can tell me.
Thank you so much for listening to my story.
And they visited Wright at the hospital before coming here. He asked me to take care of you.
Me?
Yes. At the trial tomorrow, he asked me to defend you.
If Mr. Wright has that much faith in you, then I'll gladly entrust my fate in your capable hands.
But before that, I have one question.
Yes?
Do you know him?
Why do you ask that?
whenever you came up in our conversation, he always acted a little strange.
Mr. Edgeworth, what is Mr. Wright to you?
He's a very dear and indispensable friend.
It was 5 years ago. That's when I deceived him.
You deceived him.
I heard he was in a lot of pain afterwards because of what happened. I know what a weak person I am. That's why I thought it was best if he never saw me again. I wanted him to just forget about me without learning the truth.
Well, if you ask me, Wright is still suffering. And until he learns the truth, I don't think he will ever be able to truly recover. Iris, it's not too late. You should go to him and tell him the truth. And I'll defend you, but only if you agree to that condition.
All right, Mr. Edgeworth. I promise.
Very well. I will do everything in my power to get you an acquittal. That's enough information gathering. I should head to the crime scene. Sure is cold, all right. So this is it. Dusky Bridge. Oh, wow, it's you, Mr. Edgeworth! Detective. Long time no see, pal. It's been about a year, or has it been longer? Doesn't matter, Detective. What does matter is you're shuffling around here. Ouch! Well, there's that sharp left jab of yours. Well, happy to see you anywhere, Mr. Edgeworth. Let me guess, you were transferred by HR to the local precinct. A wise decision. The vast amount of nothing up here should be quite easy to guard. I heard you were back in the country and arranged all the way to come back here. Everybody's real nice. They even let me take charge of the investigation, sir. Gumshoe indeed. Like gum on your shoe, he's impossible to get rid of. I'm supposed to report on the details of the crime scene, sir. Anyway, here I am. Detective Dick Gumshoe reporting for duty. Great. Thank you, Detective. I thought Prosecutor Godot was gonna get here before me. You guy's a real mystery, I tell ya. Godot. So who's this Prosecutor Godot? I've never heard of him. Yeah, he's a new guy. Showed up after you left. He's a complete rookie, but nobody can say a bad word about the guy. What kind of man is he? He just became prosecutor recently, but he's good, sir. He's real good. If he's so good, how's it I've never heard of him? Is he the lead prosecutor in this case? Well, you bet he is. After all, you know who's right in the middle of it. You know who? Phoenix Wright, of course. For some reason, Godot really has it in for him. Yeah, he seems to have some sort of grudge. What would be the cause of this grudge? I don't know. Maybe he made fun of his mask or something. None of this is making any sense. I better look into this Godot myself. I just got back into the country, so I don't know much about this case. It's simple. Well, simple is as simple does, as they say. But you got no idea how much I've been missing your biting sarcasm, sir. But seriously, this one's a piece of cake. There's a witness who saw the whole thing. A witness? Yeah, that bikini lady. Bikini lady? On this freezing cold mountain? Yeah, you should talk to her yourself if you want the details, sir. I may have to talk to this bikini lady. I mean, decisive witness myself. So this is the bridge that Wright fell through? Yep, can't imagine I'd be that reckless myself. Look before you cross is how it goes, right? Or does it say leap? And is there something on the other side? Yeah, some old building they call the Inner Temple. But we can't get over there without a bridge, sir. What? Nobody lives there, so it's not usually a problem. But someone was at the Inner Temple doing some training, and now they're stuck. I've heard of that from Wright. It's Maya Fey. Oh, again? Anyway, there's pretty turbulent right now, so we can't really do an aerial extraction. No one's going to be able to reset Inner Temple until tomorrow, sir. Will she be alright in this cold? But how did this bridge burn down anyway? We're almost 100% sure it was lightning. Lightning? You're telling me the bridge caught fire due to a fluke bolt of lightning? Yeah, last night it showed up for the first time in 3 days, or it snowed. It's a little unusual for lightning to occur in a snowfall like that. But according to the weather data, lightning definitely struck. I see. This is a very detailed weather report. Almost too detailed. It even has the exact time the lightning struck the bridge. Oh, that? We got that information from the witness's testimony. Someone actually saw the lightning hit the bridge? Who was the witness? Sorry. I'll go ask one of the local cops later, sir. Yo, Edgy! What took you so long? I'm so cold my brain's turned to sherbet! I knew it was a mistake to race back to this country. What do you mean? Wright is going to be fine, and the case itself isn't anything unusual. And I find myself taking a request to defend a woman accused of murder. Hey, wait a sec! Hold it! Objection! What's going on, Mr. Edgeworth? It's hard to explain, but one thing led to another, and what kind of lame excuse is that? You call yourself a defense attorney? Prosecutor Edgeworth's a prosecutor. That's why he's Prosecutor Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth, the defense attorney, sounds plain awful and weird, pal. Right, Prosecutor Edgeworth? I'm not sure what role I'm supposed to be playing anymore. Dude! Edgy. I don't see you for a couple years and your heart turns to sherbet? I'd say more like sorbet. Is rather cold here. Iris didn't murder her. Someone else did it. I just know it, okay? Trust me on this one. Never the romantic, aren't you, Larry? Nevertheless, I'll do what I can to prove her innocence. At least until I pass the baton to Wright, that is. So, Mr. Edgeworth is going to take lead on this case for a little while, and it should be a fun little jaunt. But that'll do it for today, and we'll keep going next time.